Hello. How are you? Hello, hello, hello. This is the NikoTheLegend, the Nico show. Oh, what's that we got here? We got a got a little cat. It's gonna be kind of hard to focus right now. But hi everybody, my name is Nico the Legend, and welcome to the Nico show. Remember when I would be like, "Hey guys, we're gonna do this on a weekly basis." Yeah, I've been kind of flapping on that. But a lot of stuff's been going on, a lot of important things in life. Learning how to take care of exterior parts of your property at your home. I learned a valuable lesson today, and there goes the cat. Okay. I don't know what the cat's doing. I think he wants me to choke him. But anyway, lots been going on. A lot of good things, a lot of bad things. Less on the bad stuff, but more good things, I would think. And yeah, we're gonna try to do this with the cat on my lap. So this is Nimble. He's just, I don't know what he's trying to do. But anyway, hope you guys are doing okay. It is, it's a nice, sunny, blazing hot day in Florida. Okay, I can move back up now. Yeah, it's clear skies, but clear skies is bad for anything. Anything in Florida that's living. Whenever there's clear skies in Florida, it's literally you turn into a puddle of mush with mosquitoes and bugs and you and people. Just everything just annoys the shit out of you in the heat in Florida. So I hope everybody's doing okay for storm preparations for, like North Carolina, the Carolinas, the Virginias, and all that. It's a big storm coming your way. So best of luck to you guys. If it does go over you guys, or if it just stays coastline, it's still pretty scary no matter what. So this is episode 30 of the Nico Show, and today we're just going to be just talking about Nintendo Direct. 9/13/2018 Nintendo Direct was about 38 minutes long. A lot of good stuff that I saw in there, a lot of things, and then a couple of things that I wish that were in it. But I trust Nintendo for the most part, and we'll get to that. That's basically what it's all going to be talking about. So let me tell you what I've been doing in my life, real quick. So if you'd like to know, I took my personal training test this past Tuesday, and let's just say, I was confident, I was happy, I was going in, I was like, yeah, hurrah, third time's a charm, or 3 strikes, you're out. It was 3 strikes, you're out this time. I didn't pass it for a third time. I got a 470 out of 500, like, passing. You can get 800 score, but, like, every question's worth, like, a bunch of points. And, I was pissed. I was disappointed because I'm like, well, that's it. I'm not cut out to be a personal trainer. And then there's one little hook, line, and sinker that really got me. So when you're done with the test on the, it's proctored. You're in this specific facility. You take the test. You're done. You print it out. It comes out of the printer, and the proctor takes it. And I don't like it. I don't like how this guy does it. He's a nice guy, but he looks at your test score and stuff, and then it's just like, oh, I'm embarrassed. But then he said something to me that really, really was like, God damn it, really? Why did he have to say that? Like this was like the defining moment to where it's like, oh God, now I'm fighting to take it again or not. He said I was 3 questions away from passing, and then he's like, dude, next time you'll get it for sure. Fuck. I was like, fuck. Are you kidding me? Like, oh, I wish you didn't tell me that. So, anyways, after that, I was butthurt for a whole day, and then I streamed Dragon Quest 11 for six hours. By the way, Dragon Quest 11, the main game I'm playing right now, and I made a Demon Hunter in World of Warcraft to play. The Legion expansion is badass so far. Can't play Battle for Azeroth, don't have the money yet. But anyway, so those are the games I'm playing right now. Fantastic games, fun to play. I'm loving Dragon Quest 11. Fantastic. You guys should pick it up if you like turn-based RPGs or just RPGs or JRPGs, whatever. But anyway, so the personal trainer test, I was real adamant about not taking it again because I told myself, I'm like, if I don't get it, this is it. I can't, because it's $200 for every retake. My dad already helped me with the third test. I wouldn't want him to know that, like, Dad, I want to take it again. Can you help me? I don't want to be in any more debt. And I can't afford $200 right now. Well, I could use credit, but I don't want any more credit debt. I'm paying off my monitor still from last year. Literally a year, or like a month ago, was like the anniversary. I've had this monitor since then. So I text a few friends of mine and let them know, uh, um, just friends from work that I'm working out with or whatever, working with. A couple of these friends I'm actually training. Actually, three of them I'm training. So I told them, and they were rooting me on and stuff. They were being positive about it. Uh, and Yeah, Deal, if you're listening, I'm sorry if I didn't tell you, man. I wanted to tell you when I passed it, or for sure I failed it. So don't. Hopefully you don't take it personally. So sorry about that. I was waiting for the grand finale, basically, since I told you the first couple times. That shame really builds up. Really builds up. But anyway, so they kept saying that I should take it again. I should keep taking it again and again and again. And I'm like, guys, I took it 3 times. I failed it. It's like, enough is enough. And they're like, no, man, you got to keep going. I'm like, do you have $200 to spare? If you have $200 lying around, by all means, I'll take it again. It's like, no problem. But I'm already in debt with my dad. I still haven't told my dad yet because I'm waiting. We'll get to this in a second. It's like, I got to be realistic. Like, I couldn't do it. I didn't pass. I don't have the money, and neither do you. So whatever. Like, that's the end of that. I mean, obviously, I would take it over and over again if I had the money, but I don't. I can't stress that enough. But, a couple days later, leading to yesterday, basically, one of the people that I'm training unofficially decided to go balls deep with me to ask for another 10 sessions for the program for training him, and he was gonna give me $200. And he's like, I really want you to pass this test. You can do it. It's like, I think you should do it. And I was in the middle of teaching him how to do squats and proper deadlift technique. And I'm just like, oh God. I was just like, holy shit. Like, I've never had anybody do that for me. Like, with like a friend like that, being that honorable with it and telling me not to give up and then supplying me with the money I need. But by not making me emotionally in debt, because he's basically paying for the services I'm unofficially providing, Hopefully the gym doesn't tackle me. And it was just like, we hung out after the gym, we talked about it some more and stuff, and I told him I'd have an answer today. So, all in all, 3 questions away from passing, and I remember a lot more questions. I jotted them down yesterday on a study sheet so I didn't forget them, to know these answers when they do come back, because it's the same test every time. Eventually, if I took it like 6 times, I basically know the whole test, and I pass it, which is kind of funny when you think about it. If you had the money, you could just keep taking it, and then you just know every answer. I was like, about fucking time you passed it. But I believe the 4th time I could do it, because I'm up to like pretty close to 50 questions on what's on the test. That's a big fucking chunk, and I'm pretty sure those questions I listed last night were probably a few of the questions that I missed. So, you can only get better. Every test I take, I'm getting better because I know more and more, which is great. So there's, the sky's the limit. So I'm going to tell him today, like after I'm done streaming, I'm actually going to use my credit card, pay it off, and then I'm going to tell him today at work that I'm doing it. And then he's just going to give me the money when he gets paid, when we get paid again, I mean, how could I say no to that? It's basically a free retake, but not really at the same time, because he's paying for the gym services. But I just kind of see it that way, as like, this is another chance. I'm like, why not? Why fucking not? Why not? Because he thinks he says I'm really good at training and stuff. I'm a great trainer and I know all the stuff, and it means a lot. I won't say his name, but he knows if he's watching. Oh my God, my nose is itchy. I'm sorry. But anyway, so that's what's going on in real life for me. When I schedule the test, it's going to be October 2nd. This will literally be the last time, because I cannot schedule for any other test beyond that. It is closed. Like my opportunities for getting retakes is gone. So this is literally the last hurrah. So now it'll be officially the last time, not just me being subjective about it. Where's the kitty cat? Oh, kitty cat's at the window. You can see his little black butt over there above the counter. It's little butt. Anyway, so thank you friend, good friend. It's a very honorable thing to do. I mean, like I said, how could I say no, man? Like, how could I say no? It's like such an anime thing. It's like, give me all your energy. I'm like Goku with a spirit bomb or something, you know? It's like, give me it all. Come on, give it to me. I need all your energy to beat Frieza or something. And Ace right now is the Frieza. They're trying their damnedest to not let me pass. They're trying really hard, and they're succeeding so far. But let's hope I can win the war. Am I right? I can win the war because I know more. So, anyway, we got through what's going on with me in RL, and we got through what's happening to me in video game land. You know what I'm playing: Dragon Quest XI and World of Warcraft. Mega Man 11's coming out soon, October 5th. Super Mario Party comes out at the beginning. It's going to be a tough decision. I would really like to get Super Mario Party and have a reason to play, you know, at my roommates on their Switch, you know, and have a blast playing it because I know Super Mario Party is going to be a lot of fun. And I'm definitely going to be, well, we'll talk about when we get to it, but I'm definitely going to be getting a Switch in November or December. Like, those bundles, man, I want to get them. So, without further ado, we are completely talking about the rest of this Nintendo Direct. We'll see how far we can get with it. I think we can get pretty far with it. If not, whatever. It might be a short episode. You can deal with it. You know, tough love, tough love. So let's get on with it. So Nintendo Direct had a, let's see right here. Nintendo Direct was, oh, whoops, not window capture. Whoops, display capture. This is why you need producers or editors or whatever, tech guys. So Nintendo Direct was a thing yesterday, and I didn't know about it, by the way. I had, you know, thanks to people in the Discord server that helped me out. And I don't have any chat playing right now. I think I'm just going to do that when I'm doing the NIKO show. I'm not going to have any chat because I like to get through the news. And if you guys want to leave your thoughts and comments, that's fine. You can do that as well. So, yeah, Nintendo Direct, 38 minutes long. A lot of big announcements were there, and then a couple that weren't there that I'm going to be talking about once it's all done, said and done. You know, to be honest, I saw a lot of things that I was surprised by a lot of the things they showed. I was pretty happy that Nintendo is knowing their roots. What made, you know, the GameCube so great, what made Nintendo so great. You know, taking some risky stuff here, which is great. And I'll talk about some risky stuff when we get to the certain games. And it's like, I always, like, while I was watching it, I was just like, about fucking time. Like, that was my statement throughout the whole Direct. About fucking time. Like, what took you guys so long to do this? So, I'm glad that the Switch is literally going to be one of the best Nintendo consoles out there because of these big titles announced, because of what's coming, and I'm really happy about it. I'm really glad that we're going to be able to play the next installments for these games, because why not? Like, the Wii U got nothing really that great for next installments, like the big ones, like, you know, there were some, like Bayonetta was good, Breath of the Wild was good, you know, but there was no there was no big time 3D, well, Super Mario 3D World, I guess that was pretty good, but nothing like Super Mario Odyssey, you know, no Pokemon games, no Luigi's Mansion games, no Metroid games, no Animal Crossing, you know, big first party. Basically, the characters you see in no Final Fantasy games. Anyway, like I said, we'll get to the good stuff. This Direct was great. This is great. So, I enjoyed it thoroughly. I think it was good overall. I give it like a B+, A-. Oh my God, I'm gone. Just wanted you to watch the ocean. All right. Anyway, so let's talk. We're gonna go down this list. There's a bunch of stuff, like I said. We're going to talk about it. So, first one, as you see here, Tom Nook has a message for Nintendo Switch owners. New Animal Crossing coming to Nintendo Switch in 2019. Hopefully 2019, you know, for sure. Fantastic news. You know why? Because the Wii U didn't get an Animal Crossing game. The last Animal Crossing game was New Leaf on the 3DS. But I'm like, I'm so sick of these big time games coming out for the handheld, but it's what's making them the most money. So, I think it's fantastic that this is coming out finally. Best of both worlds, because people love playing Animal Crossing on consoles. Like, I know a bunch of people who like playing the GameCube version. I know a bunch of people that like playing the Wii version. City Folk was really good. And then I know a bunch of people that love playing it on 3DS. So now you get the best of both worlds. So Tom Nook did the right thing, announcing it great. That little nookie bastard. It was fantastic to see that as one of the last announcements that they had. It was very, very nice and pleasant for them to just, finish it off with a pleasant bang, going out with a pleasant bang. And Animal Crossing is going to be great. Like I said, you get to play it handheld and on the console. There's probably going to be a lot of cool local wireless stuff you can do, or online capabilities. People can come to your world cooperatively, just hanging out and doing stuff, living together. Kind of like a Stardew Valley type thing, except it's going to be online and stuff like that. It's going to be fantastic, and it's going to look great too. And I'm excited. They get and with Animal Crossing, they can do updates. They can add new stuff to the world. They can add new items, cosmetic stuff. They can do a bunch of microtransaction stuff if they really wanted to, because people will pay a petty price or a hefty price for that. So, good job, Nintendo. So far, so good. So far, so good. This would be a game that I would actually be happy about buying. I owned New Leaf, and I played it for a while, but I'm just not into playing on handhelds anymore. It's like, to me, it's just like, I'm growing out of the phase of playing handhelds, just strictly handhelds. And, I barely played my new 3DS. I'm glad I have it, because I think it's a fantastic piece of tech. But at the same time, I actually want to play on the big screen. And Nintendo Switch, you can do both. It's really cool. And Animal Crossing is one of those games where you have to keep up with it. It's a daily thing. So it's great that you'd be able to do both. Like, I'm really excited about that. They could do a lot of cool stuff with this. They really could. So very happy about that, Nintendo. Very happy. Like, they're finally listening. Like, the Wii U was just not the place to put these games on. So let's go to the next one. Okay, a new challenger approaches in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Isabelle from Animal Crossing. So, and there is only one Animal Crossing character in Smash Brothers. I understand that it's good to add more to the world, to Smash by adding more characters from the universe. Personally, I don't care about Villager. Animal Crossing is a cool franchise. I know a lot of people that love Animal Crossing. It's not my favorite. I don't play it every day. I don't even keep up with it really. But Animal Crossing on the Switch might be one of those times where I might make the switch. And then it's cool to see Isabelle, or another Animal Crossing character getting her light to shine, or her life in the spotlight. Now, I wanted someone a little more grotesque, or a little more edgier as a Smash character. I was hoping maybe for like a Resident Evil character. I was hoping for maybe another Mega Man character, or kind of like that, a little more like I said, edgier. But to me, the more characters, the better. Whatever. If it's a character I'm not going to pick, I know somebody that will pick it, and that's all that matters to me. I think that's great. I guess there might have been a lot of popular demand for Isabelle. And I think that's good. Another Animal Crossing character. So, the more characters in Ultimate, the better. To me, I don't think there's going to be any as too much. I'm okay with how many characters they have. It's almost up there with Tenkaichi Budokai 3 with over like 120 characters. This is like meeting it halfway so far. And this is awesome. It's fantastic. Like, it'd be cool to see Goku eventually, which probably won't happen. But, Goku, Crash. I wish Shovel Knight was a thing, but it's not. It's just Trophy. I don't care about Waluigi. I don't consider him as an important Nintendo character, because he's got the stupidest looking design. All he has is sports games. He doesn't have any like important like first party story games or whatever. He's just there to be there, just to make Luigi feel better. But anyway, that's good. That's good. Another character, and I think this is the last character they're going to announce before for this year. I think so. I don't know. There could be another Nintendo Direct waiting to happen. But I'm glad that we got to see the Belmonts going into Smash, and we got to see some Echo Fighters, King K. Rool. This game is going to be fucking huge, man. It's going to be huge. I plan on doing big time tournament for it for release night, streaming the shit out of that. A lot of people are going to be streaming it, doing big time tournaments, and I want to go competitive with Smash Bros. Ultimate. I want to challenge people. I want to challenge my friends online and local. I want this to be a thing, especially with the online service. It's going to be great. It's going to be like one of the top games to have for your Switch is Smash Bros. Ultimate, because of all the things that they can do with it. The Wii U version was fantastic. I think it was amazing, but I think this one's going to be a gazillion times better, because it's going to be the most refined version to date. You Melee players just need to grow up and stop playing that shitty game. Physics and melee are just garbage. Just garbage. They're just garbage. You get the 60% health and you just fly away. Characters are super unbalanced, just as bad as Brawl. Brawl. But anyway, that's another topic for a different time. That's just what I think on it. Bah, 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 bah. All right, Nintendo Switch Online is almost here. So let's talk about... Hey, I'm back. So Nintendo Switch Online, let's just say that, yeah, I guess better late than never. Finally, Nintendo, welcome to an actual online service for internet. You know, they've been doing this shit since the original Xbox and PS2. Legit online service for Xbox Live, PlayStation Network. Nintendo is finally fucking going online. Like, officially. Like an actual service, actual lobbies, actual friends list, and everything. Why did it take them so long? I don't know. But it did. It could have been a great thing they could have done with the GameCube, but, you know, or the Wii or the Wii U. My goddamn. Like, oh god. It's like the games themselves had to have their own servers and own internet provider, their own, you know, service provider, basically. Like Smash Brothers, Mario Kart. It wasn't linking to, like, and you can only invite people that were, like, playing the game or something. I don't know. It wasn't as expansive or as convenient. And please, can we just take friend codes away? Can we just do what they do on PlayStation and Xbox or just any other platform and just fucking get rid of the friend code thing? Because it's obnoxious to put in, like, a code in for a DLC. It takes, like, what, like 2 minutes to do? You know, you take code out and you look at it and you make sure you don't mess. Just, you see someone online, you like them, you know, you play with them, you want to match together, and you just click their name and you just add them. Just get rid of the friend code thing entirely. Like, there's that was a horrible system to invent, and I think now would be the best time to get rid of it. So Nintendo Online, $20 for a whole year, which is fantastic. $6 for a month or something, and then like $12 for 3 months. That's a good price for starting off. They're pretty humble about it, or a little modest about it, and I hope it's worth paying $20 for their service, because this is the first time Nintendo's ever done this. They're so far behind, about 15 years. And hopefully they've done a lot of their homework, and fucking, you know, troubleshooted and test ran it. And we just now got big time information about it like a couple days ago or yesterday. And people are waiting on, like, what is going on with this? When is it coming out? What is this all about? And yeah, it's coming out, I think, on the 22nd. It's pretty damn soon. I think that's awesome. I would love to have I would love to subscribe to Nintendo Switch Online. It'd be so cool. So, the next one. This is a big one that no one expected to happen. Luigi's Mansion 3 announced for Nintendo Switch. And this is one of the first things they advertised on Nintendo Direct, which was a smart thing for them to do, was to announce a game that hasn't had a sequel. Well, I guess you can count the 3DS version as a sequel, but I'm talking about a console sequel, like from the original Luigi's Mansion that came out in 2001. The first GameCube game that everybody played, and it was a very controversial thing for them to do. A lot of balls that went with it. Because it's Luigi's Mansion and you're not playing a Mario game. That's ballsy. So now, Luigi's Mansion 3 is an actual thing. And that's good. Like, I guess finally Luigi's getting some spotlight, although he's not as cool as Mario. Or is he? Super Smash Bros. Players, you know who you are. Who like Luigi more than Mario. I like playing Luigi in Smash Brothers. He's cool. But anyway, good announcement. A good little teaser they showed. So there are some pretty big games coming out in 2019. Yeah, like I said, Animal Crossing 2019, Luigi's Mansion 2019. And there's some other games that are coming out in 2019 as well, like Yoshi's Crafted World, probably Metroid Prime 4, hopefully in 2019. And we'll get to the rest soon. So Luigi's Mansion 3, I don't know if you guys ever played it, but it apparently did really well on the 3DS. It was a very, very fun game. My ex-fiance had yep, and she really liked it. She got stuck on it, but still she had a good time. I played this on the GameCube back in the day, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Very short game. Definitely not worth $60, so hopefully Luigi's Mansion 3 is way longer than the first one, because the first game you could finish in like 3 hours. It's really short. So, good job, Nintendo, so far. Good way to see. They started it with a brand new game, Luigi's Mansion 3, and then they ended it with a new game coming out in 2019, Animal Crossing. And I think that's smart. That's smart. You go in hard and you leave hard, if you know what I mean. Like Luigi hard from like Mario Party, like how Game Grumps did it with John. Oh, sore spot. All right. Let's see the next one. Let's see, fresh update in Splatoon 2. I know Tomato TCG really likes Splatoon 2. He's a friend of mine and a follower on Twitch, and he's in the Discord server. He a cool guy, and he plays the shit out of it, which I'm happy about because I think Splatoon 2 is one of those games. If you're really competitive and you want a competitive shooter, Splatoon 2 is one of those, and that's great. I think that's fantastic that the Switch and the Wii U, even Splatoon, have a competitive shooter to go to. And I've never really played Splatoon, but I know a lot of people that I know it's a pretty competitive game. They do some tournaments and stuff for it, so it's nice to see getting some updates and some added stuff to it, some DLC, keeping the game alive. I think that's great. What about you guys? If you ever played Splatoon or you're curious about it, what do you think on it? I think it's great. So we got so far we got Smash Brothers this year, which is going to be like the most competitive game. Splatoon 2 would be the next competitive game, and we got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which can be a pretty competitive game in its own right. I'm sure people do tournaments of that all the time, small or big. But and also that's right. We got, speaking of next one, we're going to go to the next topic. Mario Tennis Ace getting another update, new characters and mode incoming. You can say that Mario Tennis could be pretty competitive, I guess. Just because you can challenge your friends and stuff, and it's a sports game, so it's automatically competitive. Now I don't know if it's going to be like die-hard MLG style, but it's still competitive because it's a sports game. So I have not played Mario Tennis Aces, and there's a few games on the Switch that I do want to play. I want to play Kirby's. Get down. Get down, kitty. Get. I know you're being cute, but you need to get down. Yeah, I punched him. You got a problem with it? So, yeah, there's a few games that I want to play on the Switch that I haven't yet. I want to play Mario Tennis Aces. I want to play Kirby Star Allies. Cat's stressed out. I want to play those games because they look really fun. I want to play Toad's Treasure Tracker on the Switch. I want to play those games, but I don't have the money for it. Especially because I don't have a Switch technically. It's my roommate's Switch, so I'm being patient. I'm trying to get the games that I know I'm going to be playing for a long time, like Mario Kart, Super Mario Party, Smash Bros. Ultimate, Pokemon Let's Go. I'm definitely getting Super Mario Party, or at least for my birthday. I want that game really bad. So, if anybody else has Mario Tennis, good for you. I hope it's playing out well for you. It's got a lot of interesting things in it, a lot of cool single-player stuff and cooperative stuff. I think that's cool, and it looks amazing too. It looks pretty fantastic. So, the next one, which I'm really excited about, is the Blue Bomber is back in Mega Man 11. Remember when Mega Man used to be a Nintendo thing only? Capcom was so Nintendo for the longest time. Not Atari, not PlayStation, not Sega. They went PlayStation, I get that, but they weren't Sega, they weren't Atari, they were strictly Nintendo only. And they were for a long time, and then they died out. And then when the Wii U, Legacy Collection I think is on the Wii U, if not it's on the Game Boy. The Wii they didn't give a shit about. The GameCube they really cared about because they had different collections. They had Mega Man X Command Mission, so they had next time Mega Man games, but you couldn't play Mega Man 9 or Mega Man 10 on the Wii U or anything. You couldn't play them. There was only I believe you couldn't play them or download them. But it's nice to see that Capcom is releasing a brand new Mega Man game, a big time, on the Switch, just like they released Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2 on the Switch. I think it was really cool of them to do. I'm super stoked for this game. It's only going to be $30, which is great. If you get it for the Switch, it's compatible with the Mega Man Amiibo figure. And what I'm hoping, this is a Mega Man game in this latest generation of gamers who don't understand what a challenge is, at least for you softies. Anybody who plays like old school difficulty games like Dark Souls and all you retro gamers and speedrunners, you know how much you love a challenge. And how much those Mega Man, how hard they are. I'm hoping that Mega Man 11 is as difficult as they are that were on the original Nintendo, or as difficult as Mega Man 9 or 10. I want it to be a hard game. I don't want it to be easy. I don't want them to go soft on it. Like I said, I think this generation can still handle difficult games, just like they did with Cuphead and Dark Souls and, games with challenge that add difficulty. So I'm hoping Mega Man 11 is worth the $30 with difficulty because, Mega Man 3 is what I grew up with the Blue Bomber. That was the game. So I am excited. I'm not going to be getting on Switch, of course, but I think it's great that Mega Man is back on track with Nintendo, Capcom. So good job, guys. So speaking of Capcom, we are talking about these the Capcom beat 'em up bundle, which is also great because those are a lot of beat 'em ups were on the Super Nintendo, the NES, and there weren't that many. There weren't any for Nintendo 64. So if you remember Final Fight, if you remember Knights of the Round, and a couple other games that come with it, with the beat 'em ups, this is gonna be the beat 'em up bundle for you because you get like 7 games, I think. I think it's 7 games. Correct me if I'm wrong. And you get to play those beat 'em ups again. Like Knights of the Round is a really fun game. I don't know what my cat's doing. What are you doing? And I'm glad. It's no physical, but you can download it on the eShop. I think it's cool that it's doing that. So, yeah, good job, Capcom. Good job. You're actually caring about Nintendo again. You're finally realizing that they're actually a good company now, or have a pretty nice console now. So, New Super Mario Bros. U gets the deluxe treatment. Remember that side-scrolling Mario game that didn't really have as much passion or as Game Grumps would say, soul as the Mario 3, Super Mario World, those games? Well, I will admit that Super Mario Bros. U was a fun game, and I think it was way more fun than the ones that came out for the 3DS, like Mario Bros. 2 and the original Mario Wii, when it was like, 4 players. And like, okay, that was about it. But it was so one track of a game. There was no depth into those levels or anything. They were just really poorly designed. You don't even remember any of those levels, really. I can remember every single Super Mario World level, just about, like how it's set up and everything and laid out, pretty much. Well, it doesn't help that I played the shit out of it as a kid. And things were just so cherishable as a kid when you have games. But anyway, I'm glad that's getting deluxe treatment. It's going to be getting new characters. It's going to look nice. It's another Mario game, And I don't know if it's going to be $60. It probably will because it's their fucking bread and butter. I think it's good. That we're getting a side-scrolling Mario game like this. So I have it for the Wii U. So anybody who doesn't have it for the Wii U or didn't have a Wii U, well, I'm glad you're going to get your chance to shine. You get to play it again or play it for the first time. So that's enough about Mr. Mario for now. So Nintendo Switch is ready to roll. So Katamari Damacy Reroll is a remastered version of the PS3 game. I think it was on PS3 only. Of the game where you just roll around a bunch of stuff as this prince guy and you're trying to knock down towers or something. I guess that's cool. There was a lot of people that liked that game. It was a nice, silly game to just lay back. And it was a fun game to play with your friends, I would imagine. I've never played it before. I didn't find any interest in it because I didn't like the art style and just what the main character looks like. I'm a sucker for that. But I think it's cool. A lot of these remasters and remakes are coming out for the Switch now, which is good. Exclusive versions that are only coming out on the Switch as well. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad. Okay, so the next one. Your partner Pokemon is amazing and the newest Pokemon game. So this is one of the big ones that's coming out this year. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. I think it's going to be a really fun game. It fucking better be. Despite it's another version of Kanto. This is the 3rd time we're going back to Kanto. If you're including Yellow with like first generation, like Blue and Red, then Leaf Green and Fire Red, and now Eevee and Pikachu. I will personally be getting the Eevee version because I like Eevee so much better than Pikachu because Pikachu is really shitty Pokemon competitively. Eevee is just evolution and amazing. He's got so many great moves and stats. He's a normal type at first, but you can turn him in so many things. And even as a normal type, you can teach him so many different elemental type moves. Pikachu is just one-track mind. As cute as those rosy cheeks are. So, in this Pokemon game that they were showing that you can actually change the way your Pokemon's hair looks like by just moving or stylizing it. You have your Pokemon do those special moves like flying and surfing and all that. So I guess they were trying to utilize it a lot more, kind of showing what your Pokemon partner does, and your Pokemon follow you in this game, and I like that. I don't know, some people don't like it for some reason, but hopefully they have an option to where you can have that off or on. But knowing Nintendo, those quality of life changes might not come at first. Maybe it'll be a later on thing. So, like I said, there's a Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Switch bundle. I hope to obtain that around Black Friday because it's going to sell like fucking hotcakes, and I hope to get a good price on it. It'd be the best time to be a Switch owner. And fuck, I'll use my credit card. I don't give a shit. I will use my credit card to get this thing. It's a $400 bundle though, so I got to be careful. I got to be very mindful of this. But I would love to have my own Switch, you know, and be playing this game. And it's the first Pokemon game that's co-op. Like, how awesome is that? I would love to do that. I don't know if it's just local play only or has online co-op, but we'll see. Okay, so the next one. Why do I keep clicking that one? Let's see. So we got Diablo 3 coming out for the Switch. Also, you know, Nintendo is behind on Blizzard games because Blizzard, you know, doesn't really care much for Nintendo. The last Blizzard game I think they released on Nintendo was StarCraft 64, and that was on the N64. And I think it's been that long. I don't think they ever released a Diablo game because Diablo 1 came out for PlayStation 1. But Diablo 2, I don't think so. And Diablo 3 has been on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and PC. So Nintendo Switch is finally getting that treatment. Another game to where you can play competitively or getting loot. Another reason to own a Switch. I think it's great that, you know, they're releasing these games that are you know, not too far behind the curve. Like you got Skyrim, you got Katamari, you got the Katamari game, you got Diablo 3. Let's see, and then a couple others like Dark Souls Remastered. Finally, Dark Souls is coming to Nintendo because From Software used to be a Nintendo-only company for the most part. So it's great. It's great that we're seeing that. Good job, Blizzard, finally. And then, yeah, don't worry about Diablo 4. Let that come to PC only. So, the next one. Oh, yes. Super Mario Party. Oh, my God. I am so excited for this game because I, as a kid, loved Mario Party 1, loved Mario Party 2, didn't really play Mario Party 3, but I've stuck with Mario Party like my whole life. I have Mario Party 6, Mario Party 10, and Mario Party 2. I used to have one on the original N64. I don't know what happened to it, but I'm sad that it's gone. But anyways, I have loved Mario Party. I love how it's going back to the old route, the old traditional board game style. I love how you can play online in a mini game type challenge tournament mode against other people, which is great. I kind of wish that you could play online on the boards, but that's fine. That's fine because I know plenty of people who would have a good time playing this on the couch. I have 3 roommates. That's 4 people right there that we can just enjoy this game to its fullest. So I will be getting this game when it comes out. Maybe as a birthday gift, an early birthday gift, because my birthday is October 13th, and I really want to get it. Along with Mega Man 11, and goddamn, Assassin's Creed Odyssey comes out, but I'll wait till that game gets really cheap. Mario Party games, anything Nintendo games, they're not going to get cheap for the longest time. It's going to be a while. So, and it's just great that if you have two tablets or 2 Switch tablets, you can do like Toad mini games or something where you can combine the 2 tablets. You know, it's just an optional thing. It's not the main thing. The main thing I'm excited about is playing new mini games, a brand new Mario Party, and it looks amazing. I mean, I think Mario Party 10 was way better than 9 because 9 was just bleh. They didn't have really fun mini games, but 10 still had the you know, being on a cart on the car, and my cat found something on the floor. You know, you couldn't really go anywhere. You couldn't bone anybody. It was just like it was like a political correctness Mario Party game. No, we want to fuck each other up. We want people to be mad at us. Damn it! And this is a Mario Party game that actually has a single player. Think about that. The only Mario Party that had a true single player was the very first one. I remember that. And then the other thing is that there are co-op challenges you can do in Mario Party, like 4-player mini games that you work together or something like that. I remember they were talking about that. You have to watch the direct to know for sure. But this game comes out real soon. I'm super stoked about it. I think it comes out. October 3rd, I believe. Let me look at it. I'm doing this real time. October 5th. So it comes out 3 days after my 4th personal training test. What a great game to own to celebrate me passing the personal trainer test, you know? So, I don't know about you, but I like to see you on the battlefield, my friends. Let's see where it takes us. Okay, so this is one of my favorite announcements for the game, for this Direct, is Game Freak is showing off a brand new RPG. Yes, the company that's been making Pokemon games for the longest time. Hold on one second. You alright? Don't be clawing that couch. I'll beat your ass. So, this is good news because Game Freak only made Pokemon games for the longest time. And now they're finally stepping out of their comfort zone and making a brand new IP, an RPG, called Village, I believe, or Town or Village. And I think it's an interesting game because the game solely takes place in one town. And it's a turn-based RPG game. And it showed a bit of stuff here and there. And I think it's coming out next year. So another cool game to look forward to on the Switch. More RPGs on Nintendo, the better. You got Dark Souls, you got Final Fantasy, you got Pokemon, you got Dragon Quest XI coming out for the Switch eventually. I said Pokemon. Breath of the Wild, is an RPG as well. Diablo 3, this is fantastic. This is so fantastic that they're getting all these big-time games. It's so great. So the game looks great. I like the aesthetic style of it. I think it's, like I said, it's neat that Game Freak is, doing something besides Pokemon. And they got another Pokemon game coming out in spring of next year, 8th generation. So you're going to be getting 2 Game Freak games in the same year, which is just amazing. Okay, so the next one. City Skylines is, think of it as like the Sims City. You get to make your own cities and all that, which is great because there's not a game like that really on the Switch. There's no SimCity. There's no Civilization yet. There's no any like city building or sim building game, simulation games like this. So that's good. I'm glad about that. That's good. More different types of games to reach different types of audiences, and I'm glad. I'm glad these companies are doing this. Nintendo is finally getting those special populations that really like these games. All right, so the next one is Daemon Ex Machina, which is a mech game, which is cool. It's a very neatly aesthetic game. It's a mech game. You go around killing shit, blowing shit up. You know how those Gundam game works, or Armored Core. They're all the same in a sense. You know how it works. You can play online, I think local co-op with your friends doing missions and stuff, which is great. A good way to expand the game's arsenal and make it, unique in its own way. And yeah, you get to play this guy who's can jump out of the mech suit every now and then you can fly around in it. It's pretty cool. So that's a game that's coming out next year. Another game to add to the list. So here's a game that actually looks just so fucking pleasant. So pleasant. Get it? Okay. So neat, just so neatly designed, so unique. It's like they keep making it better and better. Which I actually want to stream this game this weekend. Is Yoshi's Crafted World on Nintendo Switch. This game was supposed to come out this year, but it's definitely not. It's coming out next year. And all they called it was Yoshi, so they finally got Yoshi's Crafted World. This game looks awesome. Like, it's such a beautifully designed aesthetic game that it's just therapeutic. When you play games like Animal Crossing, when you play games like Kirby, you play games like Yoshi, they're just so pleasant and therapeutic. Like, you can just relax and have a good time. For the most part, you get what I'm trying to say. And they're just nice, simple games, but also complicated in its own regard and has its own depth. And this game looks so cool. Like, I like the aesthetic value of it. I think it's neat what they're doing with it, with the crafting stuff, going through all these different buildings and cardboard. They're not going with Yoshi's Woolly World type yarn stuff, but that's fine. Yoshi's Woolly World is really cool in its own regard. And I'm glad that Yoshi is, they keep making Yoshi games. That's great. When Yoshi's Woolly World was announced for the first time, like on the Wii U, I was super stoked about that because it's been so long since Yoshi got his own fucking game. Like, Yoshi's Story, I believe, was like the last big Yoshi title. And then Yoshi's Woolly World came out, and then now this came out. So it's fantastic. So here's another thing that's pretty cool. Tabletop games coming to Nintendo Switch. You got Catan, You got oh my God, what was it? You got Lord of the Rings. You got the Pandemic, and then there's another game that's coming out, and this is great. Tabletop games, ways to play board games with your friends online and stuff, and just sit back and chill instead of owning the actual board game, which takes about 20 minutes to set up. But board games are fun, physical as well, just like reading a physical book. What'd you do? There you go. Cats always like to make themselves suffer. So this is pretty cool. Catan's not coming out yet. Catan's a later thing, but it's like one of the biggest board games ever to play. I think Munchkins is actually another one that's coming out for this. So that's really cool. So I don't know. More than better. Now this is another big one. This is big. This is like one of the biggest announcements in this direct, whether you believe it or not, because there are some people that are die-hard Civ fans, Civilization, and Civ 6 is coming out on the Switch. Now, just let that sit there for a second. When have you seen Nintendo have games like these city building games, or like 4XX games? Probably never. Probably not for the longest time. This is big. Civ 6 is huge, man. There are super, super dedicated fans to the Civilization franchise, and people love Civilization. They think it's fantastic. So it's great that this is another game that adds to the special population list of gamers that, that will buy a Switch for and feel more like they're getting more bang out of their buck. It's not just first parties anymore like the Wii U. That was a big problem with the Wii U, is that it was only first parties for the main, first parties. Now they're getting third parties. You got this Daemon X Machina. You got tabletop games. You got Civ 6. You got Cities, Skyline. You got Diablo 3. You got Katamari. You got Mega Man 11. You got, you're getting some big time games so far. This is fantastic. Same thing with this next game. Going to the next one is Starlink Battle for Atlas, and what Star Wolf is in it, Star Fox is in it. Great thing. Ubisoft is doing great. And it's still a third-party game because it's made from Ubisoft. It's not Nintendo, and it's great. It's a pretty interesting-looking game. It's a good flying simulation game, and Star Fox being in it really helps people out, just like Mario and Rabbids, was an interesting take on turn-based role-playing game, which might be a game I want to get eventually. Because now they added Donkey Kong DLC, which is cool. But anyway, you get the idea, like that they're finally getting their shit together. Whether you believe it or not, they're finally getting their shit together. So this is great to see that. Really great. Ubisoft and Nintendo have a great partnership, apparently, from having these, like Rayman and, what was I going to say? Rayman and Mario and Rabbids, and now you got Starlink with Star Fox in it. It's great. So here is another one. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and then I can't remember this other game, but 2 more great RPGs on Nintendo Switch this fall. There's expanded Oh, thanks, Mirage. Appreciate it, bud. Thanks for the host, bud. Oh my God, I need to put an alert follower up. My cat is going AWOL right now. So like I said, I don't have the comments up right now, but please leave what your thoughts below and stuff, or thoughts below. Like this is a fucking YouTube video, but just let me know what you think. If there's other people chatting. If not, well, just keep leaving your thoughts below. I keep seeing thoughts below, but you get the idea. So 2 more great RPGs. Yeah, so Xenoblade Chronicles 2 would be one of those games I'd like to get for the Switch eventually because I love JRPGs. I did not like Xenoblade Chronicles X. That game's story was like non-existent, really, despite how big that game was. And I played it for maybe 15 hours. I didn't like it. Too much loading. The missions, you didn't know where you were going, at least with me. The missions, I had no idea where I was going. I was just getting lost. And I'm really good about these JRPGs and RPGs. Trust me, JRPGs and RPGs are like my number one thing. But I know when a game is just being too vague on what it's talking about. And people had complaints about Chronicles X, about the story just being non-existent. They wanted that story back like in the first Xenoblade Chronicles. So I'm glad that 2 is a pretty decent JRPG, and they're making it better by adding an expansion to it. And then this other game, it's like a 2D, almost side-scrolling like RPG, kind of like Kingdom Hearts. The card game for Kingdom Hearts back in the day, Dream Drop Distance, maybe, I can't remember. But it's not a card game, but it's got that style. It's like, or Mario and Luigi Superstar style. It looks like that type of combat. But more RPGs the better. Nintendo, I love you. For now. So here is lots coming to Nintendo Switch in 2018. Okay, so I can't remember entirely for that. But just know that Smash Bros. Ultimate, Pokemon Let's Go, Super Mario Party, Mega Man 11. Those are some big games coming out this year. So this is great. Now this is something I'm super excited for. For anybody who loves Final Fantasy, for anybody who's been a Nintendo fan for the longest time but never got to play those latest or close to up-to-date latest Nintendo or Final Fantasy games on like PlayStation or Xbox or even PC, now's your time for catching up on a generational gap. Because Final Fantasy is coming to Nintendo Switch. Oh, you remember Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles? Oh, you remember Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 10, 10-2? Do you remember Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age? Well, all those games are coming out on the Switch next year. That's a lot of fucking Final Fantasy games coming out in 1 year, by the way. Final Fantasy 9, my favorite Final Fantasy, and to me, the best one. I got a YouTube video describing all about it, so you can also check it out if you... it basically describes how much better, how it's better than Final Fantasy 7. But I like Final Fantasy 7, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't my favorite. Everybody's got their favorite. People like 6, people like 7, people like 9, people like probably 4, and not 2 or 13. Ooh. But anyway, like I said, there's Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. There's, and by the way, online play and local play. You don't have to worry about connector cables anymore. I was one of those people that was so into Crystal Chronicles that I had all the attachments, enough Game Boy Advances, somehow, and I had nobody to play with. It was so sad. I had nobody to fucking play with. Nobody was into it like I was. But now, since it's going to be online, remastered, and playing with friends, this is great. This is great. So, Crystal Chronicles Remastered, Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age, Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 9, no 8 because 8's garbage, Final Fantasy 10, 10-2, awesome. Now, eventually Square Enix, you should really release Final Fantasy 14. That would be freaking huge on the Switch. Oh my god. But anyway, that's just me. So, that's great. And we're almost there. We're almost to the end of this. Actually, this is perfect. So, bundles. I spoke of bundles. There's a Let's Go Eevee. There's a Pokemon bundle coming out for the Switch, which I hope to get one. Hopefully around, Black Friday. Hopefully they have some good deals. And then there's a Smash Bros. Ultimate Switch bundle that's coming out. $400 for both of them. The Switch. Now, there's a collector's edition for the Switch version, or Smash Ultimate. Without the console, you get the GameCube adapter, the game, and the controller. I believe that might be like $100 or something, or $80. I can't remember, but I think it's a good thing to do. So luckily, I have GameCube controllers. I have a specific Smash Brothers controller that's designed for playing Smash Brothers for the Wii U. It's white, looks awesome. It's a Japanese controller, but it works nonetheless. Looks fucking awesome looking. The cord is longer than 2 feet, by the way. Like the GameCube controllers were like only 2 feet with the cords. Already got the adapters, so I'm good. All I need is a Switch. No, all I need is Smash Bros. Ultimate, and I'm good to go. Because like I said, I can play Smash Bros. Ultimate at my friend's house, which is literally right next door, like a step away. Because I'm in the mother-in-law suite, and my friends are in the main house. But I like to have my own copy because I want to play this game competitively. I want to play online. Thoughts about the bundle, though? I think it's an okay design. I wish they had more color to it. It's grayscale. It's black and white. And it's a very, very, weak design, in my opinion. There's no color to it. At least with the Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, you want piss and diarrhea color. That's fine. But it's still a unique color scheme to it. Which, that's why I'll be more excited to get that than the Ultimate one. Because at least the 3DS versions of Smash Bros. Ultimate had a really cool red scheme and really cool blue scheme. Even if the characters weren't like colored in or anything, they're still different color besides black and gray. God damn it. So at least it's there. It's gonna sell like hotcakes. You know it's gonna sell like a gazillion copies, a gazillion bundles. I bet you anything Nintendo is gonna pull like this SNES Classic, low in stock, and then it's gonna be in high demand. And people are gonna pay so much money to get it. Hopefully they don't do that, because they should know that they should just want to feed all the people that want it. Because I really want to get one of these bundles. Pokemon collectors, like, people will pay so much money for this. You don't understand how much people pay to get these collector's edition, especially Pokemon. Pokemon phenomenon. Hey, you like that? Okay, I'm done. But Smash Brothers is getting a bundle, another smart thing. 2 big bundles in 1 year. Whether you like it or not, it's still, the fact is, it's going to sell like hotcakes. I'm telling you. Okay. So we'll get through this real quick, and then, yeah, there's some 3DS stuff. I don't care about 3DS, you know. Mario and Luigi game, Epic Yarn coming back, Luigi's Mansion original coming, and then Yokai Watch is coming out. So anyway, I don't really care about that, though. So a couple of things that I was actually wanting to know about. Well, maybe just one thing. I just really wanted Metroid Prime 4 to be talked about. Because all we got was like a teaser last year, and that was it. Some really tiny teaser trailer. And it was like now in development. It would have been nice to know a little tidbit about it, something coming up a little bit. But I guess Nintendo is really waiting. They might wait till E3. They might wait till the next Direct. I don't know. But nonetheless, this is a great Direct. I really enjoyed this Direct. I was actually excited for the games coming out. So, like I said, there's some big stuff coming out for the Switch, and the Switch has only been out for a year and a half now. And all these developers are finally going back to the Nintendo wagon. Like I said, you got the people that you got Capcom, you got the guys who made Katamari Damacy, you got Blizzard, you got guys who made City Skylines, you got Asmodee, you got Civ 6. You got Ubisoft. I don't remember the company that makes Civ 6, so sorry. You got Square Enix. You know, you got those big time. If you remember on the Super Nintendo or the original Nintendo, those companies would make games for Nintendo only, because Nintendo was the beast. It may not be the beast in graphics and most, you know, kawaii desu of consoles, I guess. You know, the most powerful, which really does make a difference. At least. Oh yeah, don't forget Bethesda and From Software. So at least these developers are finally going back to, you know, making games for this console that started it all, that really shaped the video game industry. When video game industry was going down to the shitter thanks to the Atari, it was not helping. And Nintendo saved the day, and then everybody wanted to develop for Nintendo because it was the place to be. For the longest time, all those ridiculous games on the original Nintendo and Super Nintendo, all these companies would make games for these consoles. They'd make some games for Genesis, but mainly it was all for Super Nintendo. Like, freaking Capcom lived on Nintendo. Mega Man lived on Nintendo for like close to 3 generations. So let's bring that back. It's coming back, which is fantastic. So this has been Niko the Legend. I've been your host for the NIKO Show. I hope you did enjoy it's kind of a special episode for being the 30th episode. We've been doing this for quite a bit. I hope you enjoyed the Nintendo Direct. Like I said, follow me on the Twitch channel. You can find me on the Twitter channel, although you won't like my political views, but that's whatever. You decide that. You don't have to follow me on that. Check out the YouTube channel. And if you want to join the Discord server, click the panel below and join the universe of Niko and Legends. Be a part of the community. I want to see you guys there. It'd be great to talk about the Nintendo Direct stuff. Everybody's cool in there. And yeah, we'll be tonight. If you want to see more NIKO Legend stuff tonight, I will be streaming kind of late tonight because I get off of work at 11:30 p.m. But I'll be streaming my first ever writing stream because I want to write this fan fiction for Final Fantasy IX. Just to get a page done, just something started. I'm not going to spend a ton of time in it. I might even shift to another story or something, my main novel that I'm writing because I'm a big time writer. So we'll see. We'll see where this goes. But I really want to write an expanded fan fiction for Final Fantasy IX because I think it's one of my favorite games I've ever played, and it always will be one of my favorites. One of my favorite Final Fantasy universes, or the favorite and one of my favorite video game universes that I wish there was more expanded lore on it. I wish there was novels on it. I wish there was art or just, like these giant things that you can read about the lore for Final Fantasy IX. But, I wish there were sequels for it. But anyway, despite that, I'm going to be doing that tonight. So check it out. That's 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anyway, a host, NikoTheLegend. Thanks again, everybody. I am signing out with my Mario hat. And if you subscribe to the NikoTheLegend Twitch channel, we got our first emote, which is NikoLol. That was designed by Nathan, good friend Nathan. Thanks, bud. And we get 2 more emotes coming, okay, for subscribers. And then we'll be working on the loyalty badges. So more fun coming. So thanks again.